Here we go, round 6 of TEPCOTT's Season 6, using the Fusillade on an industrial themed track. After the previous round went so well, surprised me actually in terms of the end result. I really was waiting for this round to be somewhat difficult, since I was promoted to Division 4, and this track and car combo was something that I really struggled with, trying to do some practice in. So my expectations for this round was not that high in terms of the end result, and in the end it pretty much turned out to be just like that. Now, for some reason I've never been that great around these bumpy parts of the city, so combined with this car, which was a bit of a challenge to drive, the overall enjoyment of this race was not that great either. And immediately from the start it was obvious that I really couldn't keep up with anyone, so pretty much the majority of the race was something I ended up driving on my own, even if this opening lap seemed like I could keep up with the drivers in front of me. Now, it was pretty surprising, given the technical nature and the quite narrow design of the track. The opening lap was pretty clean, which might have been helped by the fact that this division ended up starting with a reduced grid, as quite a few drivers couldn't join in, and for that reason missed this whole race. Now, this bit after the bridge was something I really struggled with, as I really struggled to keep the car in control. Now, for the overall race result, I don't think it made any difference, but it did annoy me that I just couldn't get this done cleanly on any of the laps that I did. But here we come around to the end of the first lap, being second to last in positions, and subsequently I would also lose that position by a small mistake I made, which unfortunately turned out to be a bigger crash, although Dogphil did make a mistake later down the lap, which gave me back that position. And then on the next lap I managed to take the place from Laser Tank, who had made a mistake at this custom bridge section. Now, just like in previous rounds, where I felt unsure about my driving, I decided to take my pit pretty early on, and in this case this was on the first possible lap, and it really wasn't about getting a tactical advantage, but more about just getting the mandatory pit stop out of the way, so then I could just keep on driving and focus on trying to get some clean laps. Although in the end I really didn't get any clean laps in, as my struggles around these technical parts just proved out to be way too big of a challenge to overcome. Now, for a brief moment I managed to take a position from Laser Tank, but it didn't last for too long, as a few laps down the line I made a mistake on the long straight going into the hairpin, which gave Laser Tank much better speed, and basically because I felt that I was keeping him back, I decided to just let him pass, just to avoid ruining his race. Now, unfortunately, the technical difficulties weren't limited to joining and starting the lobby, as Evo disconnected from the first place, and then pretty much ended up being my only overtake, as the rest of the race was pretty much lonely hot lapping, and last place pretty much sealed in this pretty lackluster race.